Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. I'll give you a few moments to get into a comfortable seated, and we're going to begin with some breathing exercises. So bringing one leg in front of the other, feel free to use a blanket or a pillow to elevate the hips and make yourself a little more comfortable. You can even extend the legs out in front of you. Let's close the eyes. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And a very slow, long breath out through the nose. Relax the shoulders. One more time, inhale. And very slowly exhale. Gently draw the belly button towards the spine. Let the hips sink and melt towards the mat, towards the earth. With your next inhale, lengthen through the spine to the ceiling and upwards towards the sky. And exhale, relax the shoulders, soften the hips. Take this moment here and set an intention for your practice today. With your next inhale, lengthen, reach the arms up through the waist all the way to the fingertips. Exhale, hands through heart center, relax the shoulders, reach the arms out to the side. Inhale, lengthen, look up, reach up, exhale, hands through to heart center. Last time, inhale, lengthen, reach up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment right here. Remind yourself that the most important thing about your practice is your breath. And allow your breath to guide your movement. Today we're going to work through the spine. We're going to move sideways. We're going to twist. And we're going to make our way into some deeper back bends and forward folds. Let's start by releasing the hands to the knees. With our next inhale, we're going to walk the fingertips all the way forward. So just getting here into the hips a little bit, starting at the base of the spine, moving up. Maybe reaching or walking the hands all the way forward. Or maybe coming down onto the forearms. We're just going to take 2 deep breaths right here. Keep the chest lifted. Keep the shoulders down. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Now on our next inhale, we're going to walk the hands all the way over to the right. See if you can reach the right fingertips all the way over to the side. Slowly reach the left arm in the opposite direction. And then on your next exhale, see if you can bend into the right elbow. Maybe bring the forearm closer towards the mat. And then reach the left arm up and over. Now that left hip might want to pop up off the mat. Press your left sitting bone down into the mat. Feel that length from the left side of the waist moving up through the left side of the rib cage, all the way to the fingertips. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Slowly turn the chest towards the right knee. Walk the hands all the way back to the middle. Pause right here. Take a moment, what feels different. Acknowledge the sensations. And then slowly walk the hands over to the left side. Reach the left fingertips to the bottom of the mat. Reach the right arm all the way in the opposite direction. Take a deep breath in and then start to bend into the left elbow, maybe connecting the forearm down to the mat. And then reach the right fingers up and over the body. And again, that right sitting bone might want to lift up off the mat just to get you deeper or get you closer to the right edge of the mat. But see if you can press that right hip down. Find that length. Take one more. Inhale as you keep the chest lifted towards the sky. And slow exhale. One more time, turn the chest down towards the floor. Walk the hands back to the middle. And then see if you can walk your hands further forward or maybe come down onto your forearms. Take a moment right here, keep the shoulders relaxed. On our next inhale, slowly lift back up. This time we're going to walk the hands behind us. Keep walking them as far back as you can. And then from here, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And if it's comfortable on the neck, you can try dropping the head back. Nice and slowly, no rush here in this movement. Try and soften using the breath with every exhale. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades closer together. We're going to take one more breath in and one more breath out. Slowly start to walk the hands towards the sitting bones. And from here, we're going to bring the knees into the chest and we're going to give them a nice big hug. Inhale as you lift the chest, maybe lift the chin up. Exhale, bring the nose between the knees, round the back. Inhale, lift up, shoulders down and back. Exhale, nose to knee. And one more time, inhale. And exhale. On our next inhale, let's come back to center. Let's cross our legs one more time. And this time we're going to come into the opposite cross-legged. So as soon as you get into it, just adjust and either bring the opposite leg on top or in front. And if your legs are out extended in front of you, just keep them where they are. So coming back into center, this time we're going to come into our twists. On our next inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling, lengthen through the chest. On our exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Right hand reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Inhale, come back to center. Reach up and lengthen. Exhale, draw the belly button to the spine and twist to the left. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right, shoulders down, arms reach out. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. We're going to do one more on each side, and this time we're going to hold. Exhale to the right. Now hold right here. We're going to take the right fingers just behind the sitting bones. Press down into the knuckles to lengthen the spine. And then you're going to take your left hand to the right knee. And you can turn the palm away from the knee. Extend the elbow and then twist deeper into the upper spine. Take a deep inhale. Crown of the head reaches up towards the sky. And then exhale, draw the belly button to the spine and look over the right shoulder. We're going to take 2 breaths right here. Inhale. And exhale. And one more breath in. And slowly breath out. On your inhale, make your way back to center. Take a moment, adjust the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring the left fingertips just behind the sitting bones. Press the knuckles down and lengthen through the spine. And then take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Extend the elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the belly button to the spine and twist looking over the left shoulder. As you inhale, crown of the head reaches up. As you exhale, twist deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And 1 more inhale. Twist deeper on the exhale. Slowly, with the arms relaxed, come back to center. Take a moment right here, reset the spine. And draw the shoulders back. From here, we're gonna try and reach the arms back. So I'm just gonna shift over to the side, stay as you are. Extend the elbow, interlace the fingers, and extend the arms back. Maybe drop the knuckles down onto the floor. Slowly start to lift the chest and the chin up. Alternatively, you can try bringing the fingertips back down to the mat, just like we did before. Walk your hands as far back as you can. And then lift the chest and maybe drop the head back. So both options are great, whichever one is available to you. Lift up all the way from the bottom of the spine through to the upper back. 1 more inhale. And on your exhale, tuck the chin in first. And then slowly release the sitting bones and walk the hands closer to them. And reach the arms around. Shake out the shoulders. We're going to go deeper into our forward fold. We're going to extend the legs out in front of us. Now, because today's focus is mostly on the spine and not on the legs as much, so the backs of the thighs might still be feeling a little tight. We haven't really done anything to stretch them. So to avoid going too deep into the back of the legs or straining the hamstrings, today we're going to practice our forward fold with the knees bent. So we're going to reach under the knees, grabbing a hold of opposite wrists or opposite elbows, whichever one is available to you. And then once you're here, press out through the heels. So we're connecting the belly to the thighs. We're keeping the chest lifted towards the toes. Now you're going to feel that stretch in the back of the thighs, but we really want to focus on the spine today. Take a deep inhale. And then on your exhale, maybe slowly tuck the chin in. Allow the weight of the head to pull you deeper. And allow the spine to gently round. As you breathe in, feel the body lift up. Feel that expansion in the torso. And then as you exhale, draw the belly button in. Allow the chest to melt closer towards the knees. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Feel that expansion. And then exhale softly. Allow gravity to pull you deeper. We're going to take 1 last breath right here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale to release deeper. Now press into the heels, lift the knees to release the arms. Slowly walk the hands towards the sitting bones, lift the head or the heart above the hips. Legs are still extended out in front of you, shake them out. Now from here, we're gonna move into a heart opener. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet down onto the mat. We're gonna make our way into our fish pose. We're gonna walk the hands behind the sitting bones. And then one at a time, bring the forearms down onto the mat. So maybe coming down onto the left forearm first and then the right. Actively lift through the chest. Open up, spread through the collarbones. Maybe extend the legs out. You can also do this with the knees bent, so whichever one works for you. Try maybe with the legs extended, point the toes. Lift the chest, and then slowly start to drop the head all the way back. If this doesn't feel comfortable, stay right here with the chin tucked in. Inhale. And exhale. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale as you lift the chest. And exhale as you squeeze the legs together. One last breath in. And out. All of us are going to tuck the chin in. And slowly make our way into a seated. Release the arms, shake out the shoulders. We're going to make our way into a deeper side bend next. We're going to engage the left leg, so flex through the left quad. Pick up the left heel off the mat and just swing it over to the left side. We're going to bend into the right knee, bringing the sole of the foot into the inner left thigh. Adjust the sitting bones here. Take a deep inhale as you lift the chest. And then as you exhale, walk the hands. Keep the chest squared off away from the left thigh. And maybe reach the fingers all the way out to the side. And if it's available to you, you can come down onto your forearms. So wherever you are, take a nice deep breath in. And then we're going to walk both hands over to the left leg. Maybe the left forearm is going to come down to the inside of the left knee. Maybe you're going to grab a hold of the left ankle. Slowly start to reach the right arm in the opposite direction. Find that big wingspan. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to wrap the right arm around the lower back. 2 deep breaths. In and out through the nose. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Maybe bend deeper into the left elbow. Maybe reach the left fingertips towards the ankle or the sole of the foot. On our next inhale, right arm reaches over. And take a deep breath in. Take the right hand behind the right sitting bone. Press into the right shin. Lift the hips. Keep that left leg extended and slowly reach the left arm all the way to the back of the mat. Take a big inhale and exhale. Slowly release out of your modified wild thing. Take a moment, shrug out the shoulders. We're going to switch sides. We're going to do the same thing on the right. So we're going to extend the right heel towards the right corner of the mat. We're going to bring the left sole of the foot into the inner right thigh. Adjust the sitting bones down onto the mat. Chest is square towards the opposite corner. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, reach all the way over to that back corner. And maybe you're going to stay up onto your fingers. Maybe you're going to come down onto your forearms, whichever one is available to you. Take a deep breath in. And out. Slowly walk both hands over to the right leg. You can drop the right forearm to the inside of the right knee, or you can just reach the right hand to the right shin or right ankle, whatever is available to you. Lengthen across the chest all the way over towards the left. Reach the left fingertips back, and then on your exhale, wrap the left arm around the lower back. Keep opening through that left shoulder. Take a deep inhale and exhale. One more breath in and out. Maybe reach the right fingertips closer towards the ankle. On our next inhale, we're going to reach the left arm up and over. And then we're going to reach all the way behind the left sitting bones. Press into the left shin, lift the hips. Keep the right leg extended. Maybe see if you can bring the sole of the foot down onto the mat. Inhale, right arm all the way back. Keep lifting the chest and the hips. Exhale, slowly, softly, with control, release. Coming back into a seated, extend the legs out in front of you and shake them out. Going into a deeper twist now. We're gonna start by bending into the left knee and taking the left ankle to the outside of the right knee. We're gonna take the left fingertips behind the sitting bones, press down into the knuckles and lengthen, lift through the spine. Crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. On our next inhale, reach the right fingertips up. Exhale, twist, and then maybe hug the knee in towards the shoulder. And if it's available to you, you can take the elbow to the outside of the knee. Whichever one allows you to breathe continuously without distraction. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, twist, look over the left shoulder. One more breath in as we lengthen. And exhale, twist just a little deeper. Very slowly on your next inhale, come back through center. Take a moment, allow the spine to adjust. And let's switch sides. So we're going to extend the left leg out. We're going to bend into the right knee and place the foot to the outside of the left knee. Lift the chest. Inhale, right arm up and all the way back. Press the knuckles down into the floor to help you lengthen. Draw the belly button in. Inhale, reach the left fingertips to the sky. Exhale, twist first. And then either take the elbow to the outside of the knee or use the elbow to hug the knee towards the shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist deeper. We're going to be here for one more breath in. And breath out. Slowly, gently, come back through center. Release the right leg out in front of you and shake out the legs. We're making our way back into a forward fold. This time, we're gonna open the legs just a little bit more than mat width apart. Now, feel free to use your pillows here to allow you to go deeper. So imagine that my blocks are just regular couch pillows. Start with the chest lifted and then slowly walk the hands towards the shins. So we're hinging at the hips here. We're not rounding the spine. Keep the chest lifted. Maybe you're going to reach the fingers all the way to the top of the mat. Maybe you're going to bring your forearms down on your blocks or on your pillows. Whatever is available to you. We're going to be right here. We're going to breathe. And with every exhale, we're going to allow the belly to melt deeper, but keep the chest lifted. And let's take 2 more breaths, nice and slow. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Allow the body to go deeper if that's what it needs. And one more breath in. And a very slow, long breath out. On our next inhale, slowly start to walk the hands back, lifting the head above the heart. Take the blocks over to the side. We're going to make our way down onto our backs for bridge pose. Reach behind the knees, gently lift them up, and bring the soles of the feet about hip width apart. Come down onto your back and walk the heels underneath the knees. Fingertips brush the heels. On our next inhale, squeeze the sitting bones, press into the heels, and lift the hips as high as you can. Maybe, if it's available to you, interlace your fingers underneath the body, or just start to walk the arms closer together, coming up onto one shoulder and then the other. We're going to hold right here, lengthening the back of the neck, lifting the chest towards the chin. As you inhale, watch the belly rise. As you exhale, watch the belly fall. One more breath. As you exhale, very slowly, very softly, release the hips back down to the mat. Hug the knees into the chest and gently rock it out side to side. Bring the hands behind the knees. Start to rock back and forth onto the length of the spine. If you have any tailbone issues, I recommend just meeting us into our tabletop. Otherwise, keep rocking back and forth until you have enough momentum to come to a seated. Maybe try crossing the ankles or swing the legs over to the side and make your way into tabletop. So in tabletop, the wrists are under the shoulders and the knees are under the hips. Push the mat away, lift the chest, spread the collarbones wide. Tuck the toes under, and on your next inhale, slowly lift the hips up. Press the chest towards the thighs. Don't worry about fully extending the knees or bringing your heels all the way down to the mat. Maybe that will happen one day. It doesn't have to be today. Now we're going to shorten our downward dog a little bit. So we're going to walk the hands just a little closer towards the feet. And then we're going to open our downward facing dog mat width wide. So we're going to step the feet mat width apart. Maybe this will allow us to bring the heels down. And maybe we're going to walk the hands mat width apart. Take a deep breath in right here. And slowly exhale. We're going to take the left hand. We're going to reach to the outside of the right calf or ankle or thigh, whatever is available to you. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, see if you can twist and peek from underneath the right armpit. One breath in, and slowly release. Other side. We're going to take the right hand to the outside of the left calf or ankle or thigh, whatever is available to you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist and peek from underneath the left armpit. One breath in. And exhale to release. Walk back into your downward facing dog. Bring the knees down to the mat. Keep the toes curled under and lift the hips on top of the shoulders. Making our way into a supported camel pose. Toes are tucked under. We're going to bring the heels of the hands just under the lower back. So the palms are resting on the sitting bones. Squeeze the elbows together. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Start pressing the hips forward. Lift through the chest. And slowly tilt the head back. One big breath right here. Inhale deeply. And on your exhale, softly come back. Make your way into child's pose. Bring the knees mat width apart. Sink the hips back to the heels. Forearms rest. Forehead rests. 2 breaths. In and out through the nose. On our next inhale, slowly start to lift back up and make your way to your tabletop. On our next inhale, tuck the toes under and lift the hips up for downward facing dog. Now from here, we're going to look forward to the top of the mat. And we're going to step the right foot all the way in between the 2 thumbs. So you can try extending the right leg back, bring the knee into the chest and step the foot through, or grab the ankle, move it all the way forward. Let's drop the left knee down to the mat, bring the top of the foot down. Make sure that the right ankle is under the right knee, and then the left hip is in front of the left knee. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky, draw the belly button to the spine. Squeeze the inner thighs together to help you stay balanced. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Inhale, reach up, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Now stay in your twist. Reach the left arm forward. Drop the left hand under the left shoulder. And wrap the right arm around the lower back. Open the chest towards the ceiling. Keep the hips low. Curl the left toes under and lift the left knee off the mat. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, move back into your downward facing dog. Nice and slowly swing the right leg back. Take a moment here in your downward facing dog. Draw the shoulders up your back. And I'm switching sides, but you don't have to. On your next inhale, let's lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to the chest and step it through. Or grab the ankle, help it forward. So we want the heels to be really separated so that way we can go into a deep lunge. Bring the right knee down to the mat. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Relax the shoulders. Draw the belly button in, and on your next exhale, reach to the left. Left arm reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Now stay here in your twist. Reach the right arm forward. Drop the right hand under the right shoulder. And wrap the left arm around the lower back. Maybe look up towards the sky. Curl the right toes under and slowly lift the right knee off the mat. Take one more big breath in. And exhale, bring both hands to the mat. Step into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths right here. On your exhale, slowly drop the knees down to the mat. Walk the hands, bring the hands to the hips and the shoulders on top of the knees, on top of the shoulders, stack on top of the hips, on top of the knees. This time we're going to interlace the fingers behind the sitting bones. We're going to draw the shoulder blades together. We're going to reach the arms back. Now keep the chin tucked in. Dropping the head back is going to be the last thing we do here. On your next inhale, press your hips forward. Lift the chest. Reach the arms away from the body and knuckles down towards the floor. Slowly start to lift the chin up. One more. Inhale. And on your exhale, slowly with control, come back to center. And one more time, take child's pose. Bring the forearms down so that the shoulders can relax. And let the forehead rest. Allow the chest to melt towards the mat. 2 breaths right here. On our next inhale, slowly make your way back into your tabletop. Curl the toes under and lift the hips up for downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a slow, long breath out. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to the chest and step the foot through. Now from here, bring the left knee back down to the mat. Heel to the right foot forward. Inhale, find your lunge. On your exhale, you're going to take the left fingertips down onto the floor. Maybe walk them all the way out as you reach the right fingers over towards the left. Keep sinking the hips down towards the floor. And then see if you can open the right shoulder up towards the sky. 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. On our next breath in, slowly with control, come back to center. Reach both arms up. Exhale, bring the fingertips down onto the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog. And I'm going to switch sides. You don't have to. We're going to lift the left leg up to the sky. We're gonna bring the left knee into the chest and step the left foot through. Right knee down to the mat. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Right fingertips reach all the way over to the side, as far out as you can, and left arm reaches up and over. See if you can open the chest towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sink the hips. And on your next breath in, slowly with control, come back to center. And exhale into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. On your next inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to the chest, step the foot through. Wiggle the left toes back, drop the left knee down. The deeper your lunge is, the more support this is gonna give you and the more you're gonna open up into that back hip flexor. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. This time, stay here. Bring your hands to heart center and see if you can take your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Alternatively, you can bring the left hand to the underneath the left shoulder and wrap the right arm around the lower back. Once you're steady, stay here, or you can try lifting the back knee off the mat, but keep sinking the hips. We're gonna take 2 breaths. Let's take 1 more inhale. And 1 more exhale to twist just a little deeper. And then from here, we're gonna make our way back into our downward facing dog. And I'm gonna switch sides. You don't have to, stay as you are. On our next inhale, we're gonna lift the left leg to the sky. Bring the knee into the chest and step the foot between the 2 thumbs. Bring the right knee down to the mat. Make sure you sink the hips. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, twist to the left. Bring the hands to heart center, elbow to the outside of the knee, or just like we did before, you can bring the right hand to the mat, left arm wraps around the lower back. So whichever one is part of your practice, you're gonna take a deep breath in. Maybe try curling the back toes under and slowly try extending the back knee off the mat. 2 breaths, inhale. And exhale. 1 more deep breath in. And out through the nose. From here, let's bring the hands to the top of the mat. Let's step back into our downward facing dog. Let's take a big inhale. And a slow exhale. Bend the knees, walk the feet to the middle of the mat. Walk the hands to meet the feet. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, reach all the way up, slightly back. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Take a deep breath in and a very slow, long breath out. 2 more, inhale. Slowly exhale. And 1 more breath in and a slow, long breath out. Let's bring the hands to the hips. Let's walk the feet about mat width apart. And I'm just going to turn this way for this one. So feet are about mat width apart. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Hands to the hips, elbows point in opposite directions. We're going to take a deep breath in right here. And on our exhale, we're going to press the right hand into the right hip. We're going to take the hips over to the left and the right elbow down towards the right knee. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, come a little deeper. Now if it's available to you, press the feet firmly into the mat. Maybe reach the right fingertips over. We're here for 1 more. Inhale. And 1 more. Exhale. Slowly, with control, come back to center. We're going to come over onto the other side. Left hand presses deep into the left hip. Take the hips over to the right. Make sure that you're firmly pressing into the mat here. And on your exhale, take that left elbow towards the left knee. Stay here or maybe reach the right fingertips over. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, slowly come back to center. And release. Fingertips interlace behind the sitting bones. Press the hips forward. And reach the arms back. One deep breath in. And on our exhale, bend the knees. Fold forward, hinging at the hips. Keep the fingertips interlaced and reach the knuckles either towards the ceiling or maybe see if you can take them towards the bottom of the mat. Let's take one more breath in and out. Slowly release the fingertips to the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, reach up, gently arch back. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Now one more time, we're gonna make our way into our triangles. I'm just gonna demonstrate this way. We're gonna bring the hands to the hips. This time, we're gonna take the right toes, we're gonna turn them out to the side. Draw the left hip open. Don't let it fold forward following those right toes. So left hip opens. Right fingertips slide down towards the right knee. And maybe we reach the left fingertips over to the right. One deep inhale. Exhale, slide the fingers a little lower. And on our next inhale, slowly with control, making our way back to center. Hands to the hips. Turn the right toes forward and turn the left toes out to the side. Make sure that that right hip does not follow the left toes. Left fingertips reach down towards the left knee as we come over onto the side. Take a deep breath in as you reach the right fingertips over. Exhale, slide them a little lower. And on your next breath in, slowly, with control, really work those obliques as you come back to center. And turn all 10 toes forward. One more time, interlace the fingers. Inhale, extend the elbows, reach the knuckles down and back as you lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. With control, release the fingertips down onto the mat and step the feet back in downward facing dog. From here, lift the shoulders away from the ears, press the heels down. On your next inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the chest and step the foot through. Now from here, we're gonna walk both hands to the inside of the right foot. Keep walking the hands just underneath the face. We're gonna turn the right toes slightly in. We're gonna sink nice and deep into the hips. And see if you can bring the sitting bones all the way down to the mat. So a little bit of a hip opener as well. Again, the focus here is gonna be on the spine, not so much on the hips. We're gonna reach the left fingers towards the left shin. If left ankle is available to you, that's great. And then we're gonna reach the right arm in the opposite direction. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, reach the right fingertips over towards the left toes. Now, option here is if it's available to you, you can try bringing your left forearm down onto the mat. And another option is you can reach the left hand towards the right ankle, and then come deeper as you reach the right fingertips towards the left toes. Keep that right knee pointing up. One more inhale. One more exhale. And on your next breath in, slowly turn the chest towards the mat. Come back. Come off the sitting bones. Walk the hands to the top of the mat. Step into downward facing dog. And we're gonna do the other side. I'm just gonna switch sides here. And again, you don't have to. On your next inhale, left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Bring the knee to the chest, step the foot through. Walk both hands to the inside of the left foot. Turn the left heel slightly out. Start pivoting onto those right toes as you come down into your extended squat. Maybe coming all the way into a seated, nice and slowly. My blocks are behind me. We're gonna take the right fingers towards the right shin, maybe all the way towards the ankle. First, reach the left arm in the opposite direction, and then take it over the body towards the right toes. And again, option is to stay where you are. Maybe the right hand reaches for the left ankle and left fingers reach all the way towards the right toes. One more big breath in and out. Inhale back to center. Lift the hips off the mat and step into downward facing dog. Last downward facing dog, take a deep breath in. And out, slowly drop the knees down to the mat. Let's swing the legs around and let's make our way into a seated. With the legs extended. Now from here, we're gonna move into another variation of our wild thing. Wild thing is one of my favorite poses because it's both a back bend twist, and it also stretches the spine sideways. We originally played around with the modified version with the shin down on the mat for more support. Now we're gonna try the same, but with the foot down on the mat instead. So from here, let's extend the legs out in front of us. Now let's walk the heels more than mat width apart. And then from here, we're gonna bend into the right knee, placing the right foot down onto the mat. We're gonna twist away from the knee. Left hand is gonna come behind the left sitting bone. Fully extend the left knee, point the toes, keep the left knee extended as you lift the hips up. And then find that line from the left toes all the way across the torso and to the right fingertips. Take one deep inhale as you lift the hips and the chest higher. And then exhale slowly with control, release. We're gonna try this on the other side. Come back to center, extend the right leg out, bring the left sole of the foot down onto the mat. We're gonna take the right arm opposite that left knee behind us. Now keep that right leg extended, point the toes. This is that length line that we're looking for. From the right toes, we lift the hips up all the way through the torso and through to the left fingertips. Take a deep inhale here. And on your exhale, softly, slowly, with control, release back down onto the mat. Now, we've done some standing, we've done some seated, and we're gonna focus on some more passive stretches, both for side stretches and in our twists. And we're just gonna take it a little bit easier. We're gonna start to wind down the body and eventually prepare for our shavasana. So let's come down onto our backs. Let's hug the knees in towards the chest and gently rock it out side to side. And then from here, we're gonna drop the soles of the feet down onto the mat. And let's walk the feet about mat width apart. Hands behind the base of the neck. Windshield wipe the knees side to side. This really helps to release the lower back. Now, the next time that the knees are over towards the right, keep them where they are. And then as your legs are, start to heel toe the feet closer towards the left side of the mat. And then we're gonna start to lift the back and slowly make our way all the way over to the left. So we're trying to bring the left elbow closer towards the left foot. So we're finding that deep stretch here on the right side of the body. Nice slow breath right here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, keeping the shoulders relaxed, finding that length on the right side of the body. On our next inhale, slowly, softly, make your way back to center. Slowly lift the knees up towards the ceiling and then walk the feet back mat width apart. Take a moment to adjust the spine, the shoulders, the sitting bones. Make sure that you're back to neutral. And then we're going to repeat this over onto the other side. So we're going to turn the knees over to the left this time. Keeping the legs as they are, we're just gonna heel toe the feet all the way over to the right. And then we're gonna adjust the back so that that right elbow makes its way over towards the right heel. So we're finding a deep stretch on the left side of the body now. And if you go a little bit too deep, like I just did, just ease out, focus on the breath. There should be no strain. We're gonna take 2 more breaths in here. Feel the body starting to relax. On our next inhale, take your time, slowly making your way back to center. Lift the knees up, adjust the legs, adjust the spine. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Let's gently rock side to side. And before Shavasana, we're going to come into one final deep twist. We're going to keep the right knee into the chest. We're going to extend the left leg long onto the mat. Reach the right arm out to the side. And then we're going to take that right knee across the body to the left. Maybe you're going to bring your toes down on the mat. Maybe the foot is going to rest onto the inner thigh, inner knee or shin. You can rest your left hand on top of the knee just to gently pull you deeper into this twist, but don't force anything. Instead, focus on the breath and allow the breath to take you deeper into that twist. With every exhale, just release to the mat. Let's take one more inhale. And one more slow, long exhale. On our next breath in, slowly come back through to center. Give that right knee a big hug. Bring the left knee to join. Extend the right leg out. Left arm reaches out to the side. Bring that left shoulder to the mat. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Let's twist over to the right. And you can drop the left foot just to the inner right thigh to help support you. Nothing says that the knee has to come all the way down. Instead, find a spot that works for you. Adjust and breathe here. Don't force anything. We're just going to take 2 more breaths in and out right here in our final twist before our Shavasana. On our next inhale, slowly turn the left knee back up towards the ceiling. Bring the knee into the chest. Give a nice big hug. Bring the right knee to join. Take a moment to rock side to side, readjust the spine, and then slowly extend the legs, bringing the heels to the bottom corners of the mat, arms away from the body, palms facing up. And just take a moment here to get comfortable in your Shavasana. Now, maybe traditional Shavasana is what works for you. If this is not the most comfortable pose for you, or if you're feeling that your low back is a little bit tight, what you can try is you can use blocks. And if you don't have blocks available at home, you can use pillows or a rolled up blanket. You're gonna slide it under your thighs. And then as you come down onto your back, just adjust so that it's comfortable. So again, pillows or blankets works just fine. So this is just gonna help you soften into the low back. And if you suffer from chronic low back pain, then I suggest you always do Shavasana with support underneath the thighs. It's gonna take a lot of pressure off of your lower back. So maybe the hands come down onto the belly. And we're gonna take a moment right here to allow our body to absorb all the good work and to allow our brain or our mind to rest. With every exhale, allow your body to sink deeper into your shavasana. Take a moment to acknowledge the path you've traveled and where you are. And give yourself a moment of relaxation. Focus is on the breath. Or just let the mind be quiet. Feel free to stay in your shavasana for as long as you like. Shavasana is the goal of our practice. It is the reward at the end. It is the pose that ties everything together. Maybe stay here for a little while longer. Or if you're ready to start making your way out of your shavasana, start to deepen the breath and find small movements in the fingers and the toes. As you breathe deeper, start to rotate the wrists and the ankles. Maybe bring the chin from shoulder to shoulder. Find your full body stretch, point the toes, reach the arms up overhead. Inhale to lengthen and exhale through the mouth for maybe repeat or bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side. When you're ready, no rush. Slowly make your way on either side and then into a seated. We're going to open our palms to the sky in a sign that we're open to receive. You can try bringing index fingers under the thumbs for Gyan Mudra or hands to heart center for Ajna Mudra. Take a moment here to remind yourself of your intention or whatever it was that brought you in your mat. Thank yourself for making the time. And I want to thank you for joining me in your practice today. Namaste.